In the cradle of Maseno, where the earth still hums with the ghosts of ancestors, January 7th, 1945, a boy slipped into the world. Raila Amolo Odinga, son of Jaramogi, the lion who roared against chains, and Mary Ajuma, the quiet river that carved canyons through stone. Born under the shadow of Uhuru, when freedom was a whisper in the wind, he drank the milk of rebellion, suckled on stories of Sakari's unyielding spine. Jaramogi, vice to Kenyatta's throne, resigned in 1966, a crack in the crown, exiled in his own land, teaching his son, power is not given, it is seized, or it seizes you.
Hii ni serikali yenu, na tunataka nyinyi kuangalia hii serikali. Tena kuwa na roho ya kuangalia serikali hii, watu wafanya chafua pande huu. Usikubali kwa watu kuchafua serikali, na usikubali kwa serikali aende kando. Ikiwa kama unaona sisi tuko na kasoro, sema wasi, hapana kaa kimya.
Young Raila, eyes wide as the savannah, chased butterflies in Kisumu Union Primary. Maranda High's halls echoing with dreams too big for colonial chalkboards. Dropped out at 17. Fled to East Germany's iron embrace. Magdeburg's cold classrooms forging an engineer from a firebrand soul. He returned in 1970, hands calloused from blueprints, heart ablaze with blueprints of another kind. Not machines, but movements. Standard gauge dreams in steel and sweat. East African spectre rising like a phoenix from the ashes of empire. But oh, the joy of those early days. Fishing lines cast into Victoria's blue vein. Laughter with Ida. The teacher with eyes like harvest moons. Wed in 1971. 4 flames kindled. Fidel, named for Castro's cigar-lit defiance. Rosemary, blooming fierce through storms that nearly stole her sight. Raila Jr., the quiet architect of tomorrow's empires. Winnie, Mandela's echo, now voicing Africa's assembly halls. Family, his unspoken constitution. Ida, the steel spine when he's bent underweight, whispering through prison wires. Baba, the children wait, the lake waits. Come home. Joys woven in simple threads. Arsenal's roar on match days. Reggae rhythms, swaying hips at rallies. That slow motion dance, arms waving like flags of forgotten revolutions. Tinga, the tractor plowing fields of doubt. Aguambo, the hand of a god in human form. He lived lean, not lavish. Karen's modest gets hiding a man who preferred soil under nails to silk on skin, who found wealth in the wealth of a nation's untapped veins. But pain, pain was his shadow, his sparring partner, his cruelest muse. (1982), the coups failed Sanda Club. Hezekiah's whisper in a buruburu bar, a Pidgeot lent in brotherhood, twisted into treason's noose.
Tokea leo asubuhi kwa muda mfupi iliyoletea wananchi wasiwasi mwingi, sasa imeangamizwa na jeshi letu la nchi kavu na polisi, na nawashukuru wao sana kwa juhudi zao za kuangamiza hawa maharamia ambao waliweka wananchi katika hali ya wasiwasi. Nataka niseme kwamba mambo kama haya ambayo yalitukia ni watu au wanajeshi la angani ambao walijichukulia madaraka ya kuharibu yale yote tunayotaka kufanya. Na kwa hivyo tulieni mahali popote mliko, angalieni kwamba mnafanya kazi zenu za kawaida, lakini kutoka leo saa 12 mpaka saa 1 kesho asubuhi kutakuwa kuna curfew, yaani hakuna mtu ambaye anatembea katika mji wa Nairobi kutoka saa 12 leo jioni mpaka saa 1 kesho asubuhi.
Dragged to Nyayo House, those basement bowels where screams burst silence. Tortured, not with blades, but waterboarding ghosts, drowning in his own unyielding breath. 6 years solitary, 9 in chains total. The longest Kenya's captive son, emerging gaunt but grinning, eyes like embers refusing the dark. Jailed again in 1988, 89 and 90. Fled to Norway's fjords, exile a bitter tonic. Heart shattered when Jaramogi fell in 1994. The old lion's roar silenced mid-leap. And Fidel, oh God, Fidel, in 2015, found still in his bed, 21 candles snuffed, the hair apparent, the fire's hair, stolen by shadows no autopsy could name. Raila wept rivers that flooded Siaya's shores, whispering to empty air, my boy, my revolution unfinished. Electro graves dug deeper.
Mungu ndiye amewaza. Alitupatia Fidel, tumekaa naye na Mungu ndiye amemchukua. Ndugu yangu Jacob alisema ati miungu wamefanya conspiracy dhidi yangu. Lakini nataka kumwambia ndugu yangu, sio Mungu ile au miungu, ni mashetani. Mashetani ndio wamefanya conspiracy. Lakini shetani hawezi tushinda, maana yake tuko na Mungu. Sio?
In 1997, sad behind Moi's iron fist and Kibaki's promised. In 2007,
guests, ladies and gentlemen, the law says that the Electoral Commission must identify the person who is to be shown as a president because a fake one might come. And it also provides for a certificate to be given. And so I've got a certificate here which I don't know the procedure, whether I should take it there. It reads Certificate of Results of Presidential Election. The Electoral Commission of Kenya certifies that the candidate who has been duly elected the President of the Republic of Kenya under the provisions of Section 5 of the Constitution in the presidential elections held on 27th December 2007 is Honorable Mwai Kibaki. I'll now present the certificate to His Excellency.
victory snatched like breath from lungs. 1,300 souls lost in the inferno of rigged flames. Kibera burning, Kisumu bleeding, paying the price of his near throne. Prime Minister at last, 2008 to 2013. Kibaki's uneasy brother in power's grand coalition, pushing the 2010 constitution, devolution's father, handing counties keys to their fate, bridges built from ashes, judiciary unchained, rights act in ink not blood. Yet 2013 and 2017 defeats laced with fraud's venom. Supreme Court voids one, but the streets still scar. Sworn people's president in 2018, Miguna deported for the oath's echo. Then the handshake, Uhuru's palm in his. March 9th, Harambee House fragile truce. Why? To quench the fire of 147 dead, to birth BBI's bridge from ethnic chasms. Power-sharing dreams of a nation fractured like Luo glass underboot. Critics cried betrayal. Enigma turned Enigma's end. Baba, why clasp the hand that bound us? But he saw the long game. Peace over pious, reform over ruin. A handshake, not surrender, but strategies, sly fox in lion's den. Law after law, 2022's razor-thin laws to Ruto, courts upholding what hearts rejected, protests quelled in tear gas, youths chanting Ruto must go while Baba watched from afar.
ODM! Waje bwana Ruto asalimu nyinyi. Aya. Nairobi hoye! Wale wanasema tuungane jameni, nione kwa mkono. Mimi nataka niwaeleze.
AU chair bid in 2024. Pan-African fire rekindled. Visions of visa-free horizons. AFCFTA's Golden Gate. Youth and women as engines. Infrastructure's veins pumping Africa's blood. Lo and behold, defeated again. In 2025's 7th round, Djibouti's Yusuf rising on split votes. Regional rifts like old wounds reopened. SADC's sway, East Africa's sigh. Yet he smiled. Yes, Baba smiled. That childlike laugh defying defeat, whispering, the walk to freedom, it never ends. Mandela's echo in his bones, Castro's cigar in his resolve, Pan-Africanist to the marrow, mediating Ivory Coast's ghosts, AU's high representative for roads unbuilt. Ambition? Not crown's hunger, but continent's thirst. Father of devolution, birthing 47 cradles where power once choked in Nairobi's throat. Father of the nation? No, midwife to its messy rebirth, pulling democracy from one party's womb. Achievements stuck like bricks in his spectre factories. Multi-party dawn in 1982, Ford's horn, blasting Kanu's monopoly to dust. ODM's orange wave crashing against Jubilee's tide. He inspired the broken. Gen Z's fury in 2022 echoing his 90s streets. Women like Martha Karua lifted as running mate, shattering glass in Azimio's forge. Support? A sea of orange. From Kibera's mud to Siaya's sons, Luos calling him Jacom, the commander, Jaduong, the elder sage, Enigma, the puzzle no regime could solve. Baba to millions, father beyond blood, Babu Owino's lost dad found in his shadow. Teaching, loyalty is not blind. It is the light in betrayal's fog. He rewarded the trenches, allies in cabinets, genders balanced like scales of justice, regions woven into one flag, not frayed threads. Lifestyle simple as Nile's bend, fishing at dawn, reggae till dusk. No palaces, just purpose. No excess, just the excess of a heart too big for one nation. Highs, the 2008 accord with Kofi Annan, ending blood's harvest. The 2018 handshake, cooling fevers of hate. BBI's bold stroke, though courts clipped its wings, still seeds sown in devolved soil. Joys, grandkids' laughter, chasing egrets by the lake. Ida's hand in his, toasting survival with tears disguised as tea. But law's curve deepest, the youth he birthed in protest, orphaned by his Ruto pact. Broad-based breach or betrayal's beam. They cried Azimio betrayed. Gen Z storming parliament while Baba mediated afar. Lost a generation not to death, but distance. His silence in their scream. Hell's thief in 2025. Ayurveda's calm in Kerala's green. Morning walk turned final brace. Cardiac arrest, October 15th, 80 winters deep. Winnie by his side, holding the man who held Africa. Heartbreaking, transformative, she said, as the world dimmed. Ruto at Karen's gates, foes turned mourners, Kibera's procession, twigs waving omens away, horns wailing unfinished songs, tributes flood like Nile in flood. Ramaphosa calls him continent's first son. Hichilema, democracy's tower. Tinubu, Pan-African flame. Yusuf, his AU rival. You inspired me. Generations through courage's forge. Raila, Enigma eternal. Jacom of the jailed. Jadwong of the just. Baba whose laps held a nation's ache. You walked Mandela's hill, only to find more peaks mocking the climber. Fought like Lumumba in Leopold's cage. Dreamed like Nkrumah, unbound. Your pain was our mirror. Your joy, our map. Your ambition, Africa's unfinished hymn. In death, unity you chased in life, critics and kin, posing swords for your shed. Sleep by Victoria's age, where fish leap like freed souls. But know this, your fire migrates, not to ash, but to us. The youth you lost, reclaiming your roar. The lures unbreakable, your shield eternal. You told us, democracy is not an event, but endurance. Freedom is not a gift, but graft. Baba, the walk, it lingers in our steps. We rise because you rose. Agwambo, rest now. The enigma endures in every Kenyan. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Bushebi Jr.